no one's coming to help you. Ah! You bitch!
Bastard.
No, no, no! Anna? Can you hear me? I need you to stay with me. I need you to... This is one funeral I can't avoid.
Sam, got a moment? I hope you know you've got my honest sympathies. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, I wanted to tell you, we found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. Dickie's statement also corroborates your testimony. No charges are going to be filed against you. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
I'm gonna make sure that what happened to Nick is big news.
I know you will, sweetie. Just keep something in mind. I think God put an angel and a devil in each of us when we were born. We spend our whole lives watching them fight it out. And most days, that little angel comes out on top. But we all have times when it's the devil who's in charge.
We make our own decisions, Bess, and we have to live with them.
And I can promise you one thing. I won't let another Declan happen again. You have my word on that. Anyway, I guess I've kept you long enough. I'll let you go now. Look after yourself, Sam.
You can tell a lot about people just by paying attention. Well, I'm paying attention now. Hey, Ethan.
Sam, I'm not sure what to say. I know you and Anna were close. I'm sorry about what happened.
I appreciate that. Hey.
Oh, you're never gonna apologize for breaking in, huh? What an asshole. But I guess you have other things to worry about. It's been a hell of a week. So, you, holding up all right?
I can't change what happened. I'm trying to take things one day at a time.
Well, sounds like you're on the right path. Well, listen, next time you're at the Haven, let me buy you a beer, all right?
I'll probably take you up on that. I don't think talking is gonna make either of us feel any better. He looks so lost. It's been a rough week.
Yes, it has. Maybe the roughest I have ever seen. And I've lived almost twice as long as you.
It's making you think it's finally time to retire, huh?
Of course, you could tell. You've always been the best at finding hard truths. And, I don't know if they told you, but I was the one who found Dennis's body. Just there in the office. Seeing him like that, it makes you think. I'm not sure where I'll go from here. What about you? Did you have time to consider what comes next?
I'm not planning to stay in town. Nothing for me here anymore.
Hard to blame you. I might leave as well, if I'm being honest. Time to hang up my saddle.
Any idea where you'd go?
None. But I have money saved for retirement. I could waste it traveling with my mother, see the world, live life instead of writing about it. And you might think about doing the same. Life is short and fleeting, like the sunset. If you pay attention, it can be beautiful. If you don't, it's gone before you even know it happened. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Make sure to look after yourself, Samuel.
You were just an unlucky bystander.
Hey, Muley.
Bug.
I'm sorry about Anna. I can't believe so many people. I'm sorry about her.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
I wish I hadn't given Anna such a hard time before. She didn't want to be a stepmother, and, well, I didn't want to be a stepdaughter. Now, I don't know. I'll never know if it could have been okay. I'm glad you found out what happened to my dad.
You were right on the money. I'll give you that.
And I'm glad the guy who did it didn't get away with it. It just... If I hadn't said anything, this wouldn't have happened to Anna. But I was so mad about my dad. So mad that I couldn't even cry. Well, I couldn't until now. Until I finally knew what happened. And that makes me feel selfish. Like all of this happened because of me.
It's not your fault.
Just so many people that I loved are just...
Gone?
Sam. Of course, she just walks off. I don't know how to reach that girl. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
It's not surprising, given what happened. This town is no place for a teenager. Kathy, now is the time to get out of Basswood.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
You can't keep blaming her for everything. You also have to work on your own issues.
What? Who are you to say that to me? You don't know the first thing about me.
I know Joan feels you don't listen to her. She told me last week she was about to leave for her aunt's. She even told me about your pills, Kathy.
She did. And you didn't think to come warn me? This shows how much you really care about her. Anyway, I was going to take some time off work, get myself together. After everything that's happened, I figured it's time I got a hold of things. I didn't need you to tell me that. Take care of yourself, Sam.
I'll leave them to it. Not the type of situation I can help with anyways.
Sam, we really have to stop meeting like this. Did you change your hair? You seem different.
I'm so sorry.
I should have stopped her. I knew she was in danger. Your poker face has always been crap. But I trusted her. I trusted you. I couldn't imagine my little girl like this. I should have stopped you both. I should have killed that son of a bitch myself. I should have locked her up in her room. I should have. My little girl. My little girl, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sam, you're the only one who might know the pain I'm going through.
Anna did what she thought was right. She made a difference. The town's better for it.
The town can go to hell.
Anna? Anna was... she was... words. You spend your whole life devoted to them, yet they fail you when you need them most. I miss her. I miss her. And I don't think I have anything else.
I think you managed to give voice to the feelings of many of us here. Do you mind if I speak a little? I didn't know her as well as most of you.
Of course, of course. Anyone can speak if they want to.
I only knew Anna for a few years. But within that short time, she impressed me with her strength. She understood what really mattered wasn't herself, but something greater. The community around her, her friends, her loved ones. She was a true defender of the common good. The kind of person who's always looking after whoever is standing next to her. She was fearless. You only needed to look her in the eyes for a few seconds.
Common good. I've heard that before.
Good. Common good shit. Common good shit, right?
I know what she'll say.
Calm down. Think of the common good.
don't understand.
It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, could she be the supplier?
Get out the way, out the way.
Something's missing. How did Declan know I was meeting Dennis?
Heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Go check on Joan.
Who overheard me and Dennis talking? Who told Declan?
Your barroom brawl. I did best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Nick suspected a drug ring flourished after the mine closed.
Honestly afraid you'd end up like your friend. Common good. Compromising was never her way. She was ready to pay the ultimate price if it meant getting the truth out. Because Basswood meant more to her than her own life. We will honor her memory by keeping what she fought for. This community together. It's the least she deserves.
There's drugs in them hills. That would have been Nick's title for this article. He would have started with a self-deprecating tirade about how he couldn't resist the joke. It would have been a good opening. He never wrote that article. It would have been about greed, drugs, and lies. Nick was found dead on the side of the road. It was called an accident. It wasn't. Now let me tell you a story about the men who murdered him, and about the truth he died for.
Well, folks, I hope you've got your seatbelts on, because we've got one nasty story coming up. 2 years ago, West Virginia, a small mining town loses its mine. Income plummets, unemployment skyrockets. The stage is set for an unscrupulous pharmacist to roll into town. Two years later, over 1 million pills were shipped to the small West Virginian town of Basswood, many sold right here on our streets. The article by journalist Samuel Higgs goes on. Information brought to light in this article led to the investigation of Hugh Kirkland, a seemingly respectable senior who turned out to be the mastermind behind this pill mill scheme. The Basswood Police Department is now under investigation. How the small town of Basswood can recover from such a blow is anyone's guess. All right, time to kick up your feet on the dashboard.
Alright, so that was the alternate ending. If you did the, let's actually kill this one, because that one isn't nearly as good as from the other ending. So yeah, if you did the analytical choice, but you fucked up at the end and got Anna killed, that's the alternate ending. As you could see there, you got pretty much like the same ending, same conversations outside of a couple. Uh, so I mean, I would say there's not a huge difference between them. I mean, from what we see, there isn't a huge difference between them, but obviously, in universe, there is quite a big difference between them. I gotta say, I like the reveal. Like, I like the end of this part, like where he's like, "Aha, it was him," and then he just walks away instead of confronting him like he did in the other ending. Uh, Obviously, it's a lot nicer to have Anna alive than dead, but I will say that that part seemed to be done a little bit better in this version. But we haven't done the social version of it yet, so I mean, we'll see. Because I imagine that the two endings for the social version are the exact same requirements, which is get to the end and then. Well, I'm assuming that by the choice you make there, that you give up the Mind Palace if you go with the social option at the end. It also seems to be the only option that really makes a noticeable difference. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, because I imagine that once again at the end you'll have two options that one will get Anna killed and the other one won't. Um, and yeah, so that'll be it for the alternate ending. I don't know how long it was. I mean, like, this video is a half hour, but that's from the start of the chapter, so I mean, that doesn't really say a whole lot. But yeah, thanks everybody who watched all of these parts, including the alternate ending, and I'll see you next week for the movie length version of what I hope is the better version of the story. I don't know. Once again, like, a lot of these options aren't going to be changing. Um, So, and it should be a lot shorter. Like, if you watched all of these in a row, it would be 3 hours long at least. Because I mean, the one part was almost an hour and a half, 3-4 hours at least. But since I won't be exploring or anything and just hitting up exactly what I need to end each chapter, it should only be a couple hours long, I would imagine. No longer than a movie. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for the Twin Mirrors Social Options movie.